Hey, if you're over 75 and you think walking is the best exercise for you, I need you to hear this. There's a surgeon-approved exercise that's actually safer, more effective, and better for your strength, balance, and independence than walking. I'm talking about a simple routine you can do at home that protects your joints, strengthens your muscles, and makes everyday movements like standing, reaching, and climbing stairs easier. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why this exercise works better than walking and how you can start safely today. Resistance training is often overlooked by people over 75 because walking has been so heavily promoted as the go-to exercise, and why? Walking is certainly better than doing nothing. It doesn't give your body everything it needs to stay strong, stable, and independent as you age. Walking primarily works your legs and gets your heart rate up a little, which is great for cardiovascular health, but it does too much for your upper body, core, or bone density, all of which are absolutely critical once you reach this stage of life. The reality is that as we age, our muscles naturally start to shrink and lose strength, a process called sarcopenia, and our bones gradually lose density, making them more fragile. This combination can make simple daily tasks, getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, feel more difficult, and it dramatically increases the risk of falls. Falls are one of the leading causes of serious injury in people over 75, and preventing them should be a top priority for anyone who wants to maintain independence. Resistance training directly addresses these issues because it strengthens not just your legs but your entire body. When you engage in exercises that involve pressing, pulling, lifting, or standing against resistance, you're actively building the muscles around your joints, which gives them much more support than walking alone ever could. Stronger muscles stabilize your knees, hips, and spine, which makes movements safer and helps you recover more easily from slips or missteps. It's not just about preventing falls either. Strengthening exercises improve balance, coordination, and posture, all of which walking doesn't fully target. A strong core and stable hips make walking itself more effective and efficient because your body can move in harmony rather than compensating for weaknesses or imbalances. Many surgeons and geriatric specialists now recommend resistance training as a primary form of exercise for seniors because the benefits go beyond appearance or athletic performance. People who consistently practice these exercises report more confidence in daily activities, less joint pain, and even improvements in mood and mental clarity. Walking can get your heart pumping, but resistance training gives your body the foundation it needs to support that activity and so much more. You're essentially building a protective framework for your entire body, which makes everything else from walking to climbing stairs to standing from a low chair safer and easier. It's not about lifting heavy weights or spending hours in a gym. Even gentle exercise, using your own body weight or light resistance bands, can produce remarkable results. Over time, this type of training can reverse some of the muscle and bone loss that naturally occurs with age, which walking alone simply cannot do. The key is consistency, proper form, and progressive effort, starting with small, manageable movements and gradually increasing resistance as your strength improves. By focusing on resistance training, you're investing directly in your independence, mobility, and long-term health in a way that walking, while beneficial, cannot match. One of the most important things to understand about resistance training, especially for people over 75, is that you don't need fancy equipment, a gym membership, or even a personal trainer to start seeing real benefits. So many people are intimidated by the idea of strength exercises because they picture heavy barbells or complicated machines, but the truth is, even very simple movements can dramatically improve your strength, balance, and overall quality of life when done consistently. You can start right in your living room with just a sturdy chair, wall, or a resistance band, and still build meaningful strength that translates directly to everyday activities. Think about the sit-to-stand exercise. It's as simple as standing up from a chair and sitting back down, yet it works your legs, glutes, and core all at once. Doing this for a few sets, 2 or 3 times a week, can make a noticeable difference in how easily you get out of chairs, climb stairs, or even step into a bathtub. Then there are wall push-ups, which engage your arms, shoulders, and chest. Standing a short distance from a wall and leaning in and out allows you to build upper body strength without putting any strain on your joints. Resistance bands are another excellent tool because they're inexpensive, portable, and versatile. You can use them for seated rows, chest presses, or even leg extension, targeting multiple muscle groups while controlling the intensity. The beauty of starting simple is that you can gradually progress at your own pace. You might begin with 8 to 10 repetitions of each movement, and as your strength improves, increase to 12 or 15 repetitions, or add a second set. Small, incremental progress is far more sustainable and safer than trying to lift heavy weights right away. Over time, these small efforts compound into significant improvements in your strength, stability, and confidence. One of the most rewarding aspects of starting with simple exercises is that you can feel the results quickly. After just a few weeks, everyday movements that used to feel challenging, getting out of a chair, reaching for something on a high shelf, or even walking longer distances without fatigue start to feel easier. That immediate feedback keeps motivation high and reinforces the habit of exercising regularly. Starting simple also removes a huge barrier, fear. Many older adults avoid exercise because they're worried about hurting themselves, but beginning with low impact, controlled movements minimizes risk while still providing real benefits. This approach makes strength training approachable and realistic, which is essential for long-term consistency. The exercises you do don't have to be complicated to be effective. In fact, keeping them simple ensures that you maintain proper form, which is critical for safety and maximizing results. Every time you perform a controlled movement, you're training your muscle, bones, and balance systems to work together more effectively. Even if you only dedicate 15 to 20 minutes a few times a week, those minutes accumulate into stronger muscles, better posture, and more stable joints. Consistency with these manageable exercises builds momentum, confidence, and a sense of accomplishment, all of which are powerful motivators for staying active and independent. And progressive resistance is one of the most powerful principles in strength training, and it's especially important for people over 75. Because it allows your body to adapt safely and effectively over time. The idea is simple. You start with a level of resistance that feels manageable and gradually increase it as your strength improves. This doesn't mean trying to lift heavy weights right away or pushing yourself to exhaustion. It means listening to your body, moving with control, and challenging your muscles just enough to stimulate growth without risking injury. For example, if you're using a resistance band, you might start with a light tension, performing 8 to 10 repetitions of an exercise like seated rows or leg presses. Once those repetitions feel comfortable and you can maintain perfect form, it's time to increase the resistance slightly or add an extra repetition. That small increment increases what makes your muscles stronger over time. Progressive resistance works because your muscles respond to the load placed on them. When you apply resistance that challenges your muscles, your body adapts by building more muscle fibers and strengthening existing ones. Over time, this not only improves your strength, but it also supports your bones and joints, which is critical for anyone over 75. Stronger muscles stabilize your joints, reduce the risk of falls, and make everyday activities feel easier and safer. The key is consistency and patience. Many people get discouraged if they don't see immediate results, but strength gains happen gradually. Even small improvements, being able to stand from a chair without using your hands, lifting a slightly heavier object, or holding a plank for a few extra seconds add up over weeks and months. These small victories are meaningful and motivating because they directly translate into better function in daily life. Progressive resistance also allows you to avoid plateauing. If you continue to challenge your muscles with slightly more resistance or slightly longer durations, your body keeps adapting, and you continue to see improvements. Without progression, muscles can remain understimulated, which limit strength gains and the protective benefits for your joints and bones. Another benefit is confidence. As you notice that you're gradually able to lift more, balance better, or perform tasks more easily, You build a sense of empowerment. You begin to trust your body again, knowing it can handle challenges safely and effectively. This confidence often extends beyond exercise, improving your overall independence and willingness to stay active in other areas of life. The beauty of progressive resistance is that it's flexible and adaptable to any fitness level. You don't need a gym, a personal trainer, or complicated equipment. You can use your own body weight, resistance bands, or light weights, increasing resistance as your strength improves. This gradual approach is what makes strength training safe, sustainable, and incredibly effective for seniors. Over time, it not only improves muscle mass but also enhances posture, balance, coordination, and joint stability, making every movement from walking to climbing stairs to picking up objects safer and easier. By embracing progressive resistance, you're giving your body the opportunity to grow stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to handle the challenges of daily life. Core strength and balance are absolutely essential for anyone over 75, yet they are often overlooked in traditional exercise routines. Most people think of exercise in terms of moving their arms and legs, but the core, the muscles around your abdomen, lower back, and hips, is what keeps your body stable and coordinated. A strong core acts like a central support system for your entire body. It helps you maintain good posture, prevents falls, and allows you to move more efficiently in every activity, from walking to reaching overhead to bending down to tie your shoes. Balance goes hand in hand with core strength. As we age, our balance naturally declines, which makes us more prone to trips and falls. Strengthening your core improves your body's ability to stay upright and recover from sudden shifts in weight. Even simple exercises like seated marches, gentle seated twists, or standing with a slight bend in your knees and engaging your abdominal muscles can make a noticeable difference over time. The beauty of focusing on core and balance is that it enhances almost every other movement you do. When your core is strong, your arms and legs work more efficiently because your body is properly aligned. This means walking becomes steadier, lifting objects becomes safer, and climbing stairs requires less effort. Balance exercises, even small ones like shifting weight from one foot to the other while holding onto a chair, help train your nervous system and muscles to respond quickly to changes in your position, reducing the likelihood of falls. The benefits go beyond just safety. A strong core and good balance also improve confidence and independence. When you know your body is capable of supporting you, everyday activity that might have felt risky or tiring become manageable and even enjoyable. Core training also supports spinal health, which is incredibly important as we age. Weak abdominal and back muscles can contribute to poor posture, back pain, and a higher risk of injury. By strengthening these muscles, you reduce strain on your spine and improve your overall comfort and mobility. Many older adults underestimate how much a strong core contributes to their quality of life. Tasks like standing up from a low chair, bending down to pick something up, reaching overhead, or even getting out of a car become easier when your core is engaged and balanced. You don't need complicated or high-impact exercises to see these benefits. Gentle, controlled movements performed consistently build strength and stability over time. Pairing core exercises with resistance training creates an even more powerful combination, because as your arms and legs get stronger, your core supports those movements, making them safer and more effective. Over weeks and months, you'll notice improvements not only in how you move, but in how secure and confident you feel in your body. Core strength and balance are foundational for independence, safety, and overall well-being. By making these areas a priority in your exercise routine, you're protecting yourself from falls, enhancing your posture, and improving your ability to perform everyday tasks with ease and confidence. It's not about doing hours of crunches or fancy yoga poses. It's about consistent, mindful engagement of your core muscles and practicing balance in a way that fits your abilities, creating a body that is stronger, steadier, and more resilient. One of the most empowering truths about exercise after 75 is that age is not a limitation. Many people believe that once they reach a certain age, their body is fixed, their strength is set, and there's little they can do to improve mobility or independence, but that's simply not true. The human body is incredibly adaptable, even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Muscles respond to resistance, bones respond to load, and balance can improve with consistent practice. Starting a strength training routine at any age can reverse some of the natural decline associated with aging, and the benefits extend far beyond just looking stronger. It's about maintaining independence, preventing falls, improving posture, boosting energy, and enhancing overall quality of life. Even small, regular exercises create significant changes over time. Standing from a chair without using your hands, carrying groceries with ease, or climbing stairs confidently might seem minor, but these everyday movements are what allow you to live life on your terms. Age does not prevent you from achieving these improvements, it just means you need to approach training thoughtfully and consistently. Many older adults worry that it's too late to start, but research consistently shows that people well into their 70s and 80s can build muscle, strengthen bones, improve balance, and even enhance cognitive function. Your muscles retain the ability to grow stronger. Your bones respond to resistance and impact by becoming denser, and your nervous system can relearn coordination and stability. The key is starting at a level that matches your current abilities and progressing gradually. You don't need to jump into complicated routines or heavy lifting right away. Simple, controlled movements like sit-to-stands, wall push-ups, seated rows with bands, and gentle core exercises can create meaningful change when done consistently. As you progress, you can increase repetitions, add resistance, or introduce new exercises that challenge your muscles in different ways. Every small step adds up. Another powerful aspect of starting at this stage in life is the psychological benefit. Realizing that your body can still improve, adapt, and strengthen is incredibly motivating. It builds confidence and a sense of control over your health, which is just as important as the physical gains. This confidence often spills over into daily life, encouraging you to remain active, take on new challenges, and engage socially without fear of injury or fatigue. Age is also irrelevant when it comes to the protective benefits of resistance training. Stronger muscles and bones, improved balance, and better coordination all reduce the risk of falls and injuries, which are major concerns for people over 75. Each session of resistance training is an investment in safety, independence, and long-term health. It's never too late to start, and the sooner you do, the sooner you begin to see the benefits in your daily life. The idea that age is a barrier is a myth. What matters is consistent action, safe progression, and believing in your body's ability to adapt. Every effort, no matter how small at first, contributes to stronger muscles, improved balance, better joint support, and increased independence. By embracing strength training, you're proving that age does not define your potential, and you are taking control of your health, mobility, and quality of life.